So, hello everyone and welcome to another video. So, we are in September and it is a few months until the new year. And if you have seen, this has been a trend, let's call it a trend, around BookTube for quite a while now. Like two, 3 years now maybe. And that is TBR Games. And we have a lot of different things, I mean all kinds of different things. We have Vocabulary, we have like Cody's Wheel of TBR something. We have Jade's TBR Pursuit. We have M&M's Game of Life, like card games, all kinds of different things. And if you search up like TBR games, you will get a ton, So today I thought I would just talk about like how do you make your own TBR game. And I would say that it's totally fair to like ask a creator like, hey, can I borrow your game? Because most likely they will say yes. I think that when you have made a TBR game, you are super excited to show it, and then, if people actually want to do it with you, people will be like really happy for that, So today I just, like how do you make your own TBR game? And I think I have seen a video where like someone else talks about this, but I just feel like it needs to be more talked about, because a lot of people, they want to have TBR games, they just don't know how. And one thing I would say is, do you have like a special board game that you love? Like Becca, she loves Monopoly. So she basically made a Monopoly board to Vocabulary. And TBR Pursuit is a game, so you have a lot of these different things that you can choose from. And just what is kind of your favorite TBR game? Or if you are really creative, you could like make something up. And a lot of people have done that as well, and I think that is really cool. I am currently working on my own game that I hope will be kind of what I am using from like next year. Because if you have seen like Vocabulary, I did Vocabulary like 2 years ago, and like in I did it in 2020. So that is like a year ago. But I really loved the concept of that game. I really loved Vocabulary. However, I just wanted something like that I had made. So I made like Kingdom Builder, and I have not yet shown like how that is, like how I put the pieces on. But and I have to say I have rules, and basically I want something else. I want something that can be easy but also can be challenging. This game is usually really challenging. Usually I end up with like 20-30 books. I have done that for the last like few months, and it just gets a lot. And so I'm currently working on a game, and basically what I have done, you won't see this until like December, but basically what I have done is picked out pieces that I love from different kinds. What kind of board do I want? So yeah, let's just talk a little bit about it. So basically, what do you want for the game? So yeah, as I said, figure out what you want to do. Like, how restrictive do you want the game? Do you want it to be really open, where you only have like maybe certain spots that are really difficult? Do you want prompts? Do you want it like only genres, where you just land on something like fantasy and you pick just a fantasy book without having to think about anything else? Or do you want it to be like really restrictive? Like the one I have now is pretty restrictive in some ways. I can tweak it the way I want. Some prompts are really easy, but some prompts are like really like set. So yeah, and kind of then you also need to think about what is your budget. Because you can like do something online where, yeah, some people make their own TBR game online, so they don't need to pay for anything. Or if you kind of want to make your own board, then kind of figure out, if I don't have the biggest budget but I do want a board that I can play with, how can I make that as inexpensive as possible? So just think about that. And I just feel like one thing that you really can do is, for the first year, just start with something easy, with something that is inexpensive, and then build up from there. That is like really good. If you want, like, first year, play a board where it's pretty open, you don't need anything more. And then maybe the year after you want prompts to go with it. But then you have had a whole year to like make the cards so it doesn't get too expensive. And then yeah, watch TBR games and kind of figure out what you like in those games. And then that will make it easier for, what shape do I want on the board? Do I want a start to finish? Do I want like something that is never ending? And then, do I want prompts or do I not want prompts? So, or you can do like a mix, like have some like places that are really like choose whatever you want in a certain genre or something, and then you have some like where you have prompts. That is up to you. And it's really easy, or sometimes it's difficult, but it's really easy to figure out, do I want prompts or not? How restrictive do I want it? Because some people are really mood readers, and they pick something there and then, but you could still have a board game. There are some people who are like, that I have seen have TBR games that are really open about it. Book browsing blog, she has been like that now recently because of her work, having like, this is the prompt that I have, like, I need a fantasy book, let's say that. And then you have different options, like, most likely, for example, I am going to read this book, but I am able to change it, from like that throughout the month, as long as it is a fantasy book, like that. So you can make it really easy. It's your TBR game, it's your rules. So let's talk about game rules. It's usually, pretty great to have rules that you tell others, and then you can add on or things throughout like the the months or the years that you are playing this game. Like, do you want to have like one set number? Like, I am going to pick, let's say, 5 books. I'm going to pick 5 books, only 5 books, nothing more. Or do I want to have a starting point? Like, I am starting at 5 books. However, there are different rules that can make it like add on. Like Becca's Book Godly, like a really like normal thing is if you roll a double, you will have to like add on another book. Some people have if you land on or hit the same color 3 times. Some people have it like then I need to, like in this game, the same round, then I need to add another book. But some people have it like if I hit 3 colors the same time, like overall, then I need to add another another book. So it's really up to you, whatever you pick. So I have definitely started on my TBR game, and so far I am really happy with it. I can't wait to share it with you in a few months. It's not done yet. Like, the board itself is finished. However, it is like add and pick and just like I want to figure out what I want for my board, and it's definitely a learning process. And yeah, there is definitely some things that are still amiss with my board game, but I can't wait to show it to you all in December. That is like, and then you can also decide if you want to, like, the first TBR that you make, you like explain all the rules, or I usually make a separate video with my game rules, like showing the game and everything like that, just because then I can refer to, you know, the game rules, so you have everything there. I think that was it. If anyone has like any more tips on like TBR games, like how to make your own TBR game, then you can definitely leave a comment down below, so you know it gets easier for people to make their own TBR game without like stressing about it. Like, how do you make it? Some people find it really like stressful to make things. And yeah, I mean, I usually work on my TBR games. If I have this, like, something that I want to do, I usually work on it over an extended period of time. Like this game, I think I started working on it in like June, July. So I haven't worked on it that much, but I just like having some time with it, so it's much easier for me to, you know, make everything not perfect, because this, like, the board itself is not perfect because I made so many mistakes. But yeah, overall I am happy with it. Maybe next year I will, not next year, the year after that, I will like revamp it. I don't know. I guess we will have to see. But yeah, that is kind of it. I hope you got some tips out of this. I am like a rambler, so I don't know if it makes sense, but I hope it did. And yeah, I hope you liked this video, and I will see you next time for another one. Bye!
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done.